Hello and welcome to Constellation Conversations for our upcoming conference, the North American Systemic Constellations Conference in Virginia Beach, October 5th to 8th. We are so excited to be only about a month away. Our theme for the conference is Bridging the Divide, Healing and the Personal and Collective Soul. And for more information, you can go to our website, nasconstellations.org. And today I have the wonderful Susan Schlosser. Oops, did I pronounce that right?
Schlosser. Yes.
Schlosser. Listening to the ancient ones, remembering our earth community. Welcome, Susan.
Thank you, Linda. And first of all, I want to thank you so much for what you're doing. It's really a gift that you're giving us. These videos are wonderful. It gives us an opportunity to really look at who's presenting and learn about them and get that feel that I really like having, that kind of feel, and different topics, different perspectives, and it's been delightful. So I just really honor you for the gift you're giving us through the videos.
Oh, thank you very much. I really love doing them. It's a gift to the community too.
Yeah, it is a huge gift to the community because it also has perpetuity. They'll be there for people to look at as well. If they're drawn to the work, they can look at different things, right?
Yeah. No, it's very exciting, and I see them as little personal lessons.
Well, that's really true. Like, I've learned something from every single one I've watched.
Yes.
I really appreciate that.
Well, and we appreciate your time and everyone else's time.
Yeah.
So.
I was just going to say, it also is such wonderful enticement and inspiration for the conference. Yeah, because, those conferences are amazing and awesome experiences.
Well, actually, why don't we start with that, Susan? Why do you think people should come to the conference?
Well, first of all, I want to say the very first time I went to a conference, this is my fourth now, I walked in there and just felt around, looked around, and I felt like I found my people. That's truly what I felt when I went there. I felt like, oh, this is a place where I can, it actually comes right from my heart. This is a place I can really be myself and feel at home. And that meant so much to me. It was a huge experience to feel that. And it's like being bathed and steeped in inspiration and learning and excitement and meeting people and enlivening ourselves with what's happening there. It's just amazing. I love it. So
I 100% agree. I felt the same.
Yeah.
This will only be my second conference, but I've gone to an intensive and taken lots of training. And once you're in that room, that energy, you just feel the love. Mm-hmm. You really do. Mm-hmm. Even if you're a novice, you're feeling love.
There's so much love. And then the connection just keeps building. And it's a huge gift to ourselves, I think, to experience something like that. Because there's so much inspiration as well, right? It's like the field is working with us there, that morphogenic field, to just the knowing field to really bring more and more forward, which I think is so crucial in these times.
Absolutely.
Which is part of why I do what I do. I mean, yes. I'm so grateful for constellation work, and Bert Hellinger, and my main teacher has been Francesca, and then many, many others, which I totally honor and have thanks for. And it's changed my life, this work. And I believe my family, actually. I feel like it just keeps spreading. So that whole family component is so crucial, even though what I'm presenting on is more about nature and our relationship with the earth and nature and all our relations. The family work is fundamental and crucial and so important. So I do that as well, like, one-on-one or with couples, and also working indoors when I work with a group, but also out in nature. So when I'm working out there, I have use a balance of working with whatever's coming through really and important at the time, of working families and what needs to happen for ourselves to connect more with our families and feel more of that love flowing. But also what's important to me is to bridge that now and expand that more with what's happening with our earth. Because we won't, just like in the orders of love, that first order of love, everybody has a right to belong, and then everybody has to be in their place, right? Like we, just like with our mothers and our fathers and our ancestors, we wouldn't be here without them. We won't be here without the earth.
Right.
And so as I've continued to work with families and things, this really deep urge has come through me to take the work outdoors. And so I did that for the very first time 7 years ago. And so I've been doing that now consistently over the years, not always, obviously, as I said before, I work indoors a fair amount, but it's been a huge honor. And actually I've learned so much, it's got its challenges. It's called me to trust in ways that have taught me so much, more than anything else in my life, to keep growing how we're asked to grow in these times, right? So
Absolutely.
very grateful for that.
Excellent. Well, that leads quite nicely into your topic. So tell us, listening to the ancient ones, remembering our earth community, tell us a little bit more about your topic.
Well, as I've been working out there in nature, you see out in nature, everything has its place, and we have our place with it. And one of the things that's happened is it's been very humbling to actually be out in nature and work with the elements. Like one of the places that I've gone now, and we're going again in October, is to Chaco National Historic Chaco Canyon, which is a National Historic Site. And it's a ceremonial site. It was only used for ceremony. But we were out there for 3 days, and the winds blew at 50 miles an hour for 3 days.
Wow.
And yeah, no, it's really something. And we can't control, right? There's nothing we can, it's not like, and I bow to this as well, that when we work indoors and we can say, okay, 9 to 5, and the temperature's controlled and we can easily go to the bathroom and, all those things. It's not like that out there. So it's an incredibly humbling experience to put ourselves out there and not be able to control anything, right? And I think that's really an important learning for these times we're in, that certainly we can do things where we can do them, but there's other times and places where it's for us to bow to those greater forces, as Bert calls them, right?
Yes.
And so another time this last time we were at Chaco, we were really called right from the get-go to work that fundamental separation that we feel, that exclusion. And something came up between a couple people before the workshop even started. And we're going out for 3 or 4 days, and we're camping, and we're like miles from anywhere when we go to Chaco. Yeah, it's quite an experience. And what ended up coming out through that was a tremendous experience. Like literally it felt like the walls of Chaco, which are steeped with the ancestral ones and the ancient ones, and they're steeped, they've been holding this energy and present to this energy for a really long time. They were literally saying to us, you have to wake up. You have to wake up. You have to open yourselves to the wisdom that's in us and call upon us. You know how we might pray to our ancestors and call upon their help. These walls of the canyon, the river that's nearby, they're actually asking us to call upon them as well. That they literally are like asleep, if you will, because we're not utilizing the support, the wisdom, the resource, if you will, that's there. So that's part of the remembering, right? It's like, there's more for us here. Like, it's so easy these days, Linda, because we can live in our walls and we can, get our food at the grocery store, and kids don't even know that milk comes from the grocery store or my, whatever, right? We can be separate. It's a separation, right?
Yes.
And we can separate ourselves and our busy lives and all that's, called upon us to do these days or whatever. It's like all those things separate us from our Mother Earth, right? And we can't keep doing that. Our earth is in trouble, and we're in trouble when our earth's in trouble. Like where I live in Oregon, there's fires all around. Like out this window, we're not even supposed to go outside. And so there's no avoiding that. It's time for us to pay more attention somehow, right?
Hmm.
To listen more deeply and call on, anything we can. Like when the eclipse was happening here, we were almost at totality here. I saw a wolf.
Wow.
Yes, that was a powerful experience. And I'm like, okay, what is the wolf wanting? Why the wolf, why would it show itself to me at this moment in the eclipse? And it's like, wolves, what are they? They're tribal, right? They are in a pack. They're like, work together, right? So so it's about working together. My presentation is about really learning more about this and learning to really find like what's our right place in relation to the earth and each other. We need each other to do that.
Absolutely.
So it's that personal soul as well as the collective soul then.
Mm-hmm. And what are some of the things that might come out of your workshop, or actually working this way with our Earth community?
Well, people have had tremendous, I would say, like insights or openings. Yeah, because a lot of times I let it just come out of the field, really, and because we can have so much attachment in a sense, or attachment to what we want or what we think is happening, that I do a lot of these constellations that are so close to our collective soul in a blind way, so that people don't know exactly what they're representing. And then we can really truly see what the field wants to talk to us about, right? So when I work this way, it's really opening it up all the way, as much as I can anyway, that'll come through me to see what information wants to happen, so, or wants to come through, so people can actually literally feel what it's like to be a redwood tree, or how it feels in the ocean, or the wind, or a waterfall, or we did 16 days in the Grand Canyon, and what it's like to actually be with the oldest rock on the planet, 2 billion years old. And then we put ourselves in relation to that. We are pretty small. So it's right. We're like a little tiny
Yes,
being.
excellent.
Yeah, with a whole lot of power, really.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
And so I think constellation work is such a gift and has such amazing healing powers, that I want to see what the field wants us to look at and know and bring forth for these times. Right. Like that is our teacher.
Mm-hmm.
What do I know? I'm a little peon in that compared to that anything but 2 billion year old rock in particular, right? So it's that's that humbling place, right? It's like really taking our place. The earth doesn't need us.
Yeah. No.
But we need the earth,
Right.
right? Yeah. So, and like I said, I really love family work, and it's really, really important to my own soul and my own work as well. But this is like expanding. It's like calling, something's coming through here to expand that and remember, right?
Right.
Remember our earth community, that why did that wolf show up that day, or this osprey that flew into a constellation, or a bear that's coming around, or like we're out on the beach at the ocean, and there's a whole flock of birds going when someone's really grappling with that inner critic that's like doing that inside our head, right? So it's like, it's amazing, these forces and how they speak to us.
They're representing also. It's amazing. You're right. I have done a few outside, and I find that it really is an opportunity also to calm your nerves a bit. Nature really, getting in nature really does do that for you and helps you get more centered. So it's an excellent opportunity. Have you got an outside space to do this workshop when you do it?
Well, that's what I hope. I actually haven't checked that out, but that's always my goal. In San Diego, um, I found an outside space. We went out there and we had we had a wonderful experience. And it's very connecting for the people as well, because you get to see like when different aspects of nature show up, the interplay in the relationship. And I did one up on Vancouver Island where we had all these things going on as far as oil and, well, I can't even name it all, but ancestors and all this stuff. But it ended up in a spiral, just like that ancient symbol. Naturally, it turned into a spiral. So, and everybody just dropped into the stillness. It's beautiful, right? It's like, oh, here we are. And the human started out as a Neanderthal and ended up as a current human. So it's really amazing what can happen. And I just think I love it. Yeah, it's a tremendous honor to be working this way in all these ways, really, truly, Linda. I'm so thankful for this work.
I am too. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a real gift, and it's amazing how my friends have noticed such a big change in me. I look younger, and I'm obviously happier, even though I would say by the standards of what would make me happy are not there. But
Mhm.
there's other things that are making me calm
Mhm.
and more joyful. It's a different type of um, relaxation and calm.
Mhm.
I'm more
Mhm.
purposeful.
Mhm.
It's been a
Mhm.
huge gift. And to my siblings who don't do this work, but
Mhm.
I've expressed to them something that I found out in my family, and they're like, oh, and their bodies relaxed immediately. So then we talked about how that's a sign of truth.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
And
amazing.
it's so beautiful. It's like that ripple in the pond, right? It just spreads, and that's so important these days, always, but so important these days. We have a responsibility, I think, now to really see what we can do to help all of us move into a different place. And it's very intense in this country, and but it's also very intense globally. What's happening and with the changes in the climate and so, when we can help bring that kind of healing that you just mentioned to your family and your spirit's bigger and brighter, I feel that the same, right? And I feel like I used to be afraid to talk to people. I truly, that's how I was. If I was in a group, I was like, And so now to actually be in a place where I facilitate and lead and have that, it's just amazing. And and it's because of the work. I
Yes,
done all kinds of other work and things too, but really, truly, I had a prayer for a really long time. I used to be a nurse. And even back when I was in nursing school, I would like, what's really going to help the people, right? What's really
yes,
going to help the people? And I feel like constellation work is an answer to that prayer.
I
So,
agree. I
it,
agree.
yeah.
Susan, this has been wonderful. Just before we wrap up, is there anything else that you want to add?
Hmm. Gosh, I'm not thinking of anything at the moment. Yeah. Just again, thank you so much, Linda. It's been a real honor to be with
Oh,
you.
I've enjoyed every minute. Thank you. Thank you very much, Susan.
So have I. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I look forward to meeting you again in Virginia Beach.
Yes, woohoo! I've
Yeah.
never been there, so I'm looking forward to that too. I heard the beach is beautiful.
Yes, a friend of
Mm.
mine posted a picture on yesterday, and I'm like, "You're down there? What?"
Ah, yay! Lucky us, huh?
Yeah, yeah. I hope the weather's good.
Yes, me too.
All right. Well, we'll see you
Okay.
there. Thank you again for your time. You can see Susan's workshop on our website, nasconstellations.org. Thanks, everybody, and have a great day. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.